Hello everybody, Mr. LegoLover55 here, and welcome to another LEGO set review. Today we're taking a look at set 70631, Garmadon's Volcano Lair. This set is recommended for ages 8 to 14 and has around 521 pieces. So starting with the box here, we've of course got the volcanic layer here with it showing a bunch of things going on. We've got Lloyd up there in the top corner for the corner box art. Got the LEGO Ninjago movie logo there. Set info there. We have the list of minifigures here at the bottom. That's just there because this was purchased from Target. And then shows all of the play features here on the back. And that's pretty much it for the box. So let's go ahead and take a look at the set. So here is Garmadon's Volcano Lair all built up. So we'll go ahead and start off with the play features. So I guess we'll go ahead and start here at the bottom. So you can see there is a gear here, and when you twist that gear this way, it will reveal sort of a secret passage, and you can see Zane, this is where Zane can sort of enter in from. So that is a pretty neat play feature. Very simple, but definitely a very clever, neat one. You can also move this crane here, which is holding a shark. You can sort of pose the crane how you want it to, and you can sort of let go of the shark and have the shark go in the water and all. And you could also position the claws however you want. There are 3 claws on this, so yeah. Then over here, over here we've got a little sort of a clam flying vehicle or something. I'm not sure what it's called, but it's just sitting down here, and you can come out and it could fly around and attack any intruders. So these little wings can sort of flip up and down, and this can also come up like that. So yeah, but I think it looks better like that. But neat little build, so I appreciate that. Then up here we have sort of a little bit of a lab. So if we just take a closer look, and here we've got one of the GPL techs. This one, I think this guy's named Steve or something. We'll take a look at the minifigures later, but you can see we've got a coffee machine there. There's a red mug there, and we've also got this giant computer. And unfortunately, these are stickers, not print, so that is a bit disappointing. But my favorite part about this area is this thing right here, and now this is actually supposed to be a miniature build of another LEGO Ninjago movie set, the Piranha Attack. So I don't have the other one to compare it to right now, but you can just look at it and see that it's very similar if you look at the actual set. But I think this is a really neat idea that they did that, so really do appreciate that. And you can sort of, this gear here doesn't do anything, it's just really there for looks, but I think it's still neat. Okay, so then here we've got Garmadon's, I guess, sort of office, and there's a bunch of little stuff in here. We've just got some details here. This unfortunately wobbles a lot because it's not like, it doesn't have any friction or anything. It's just, you know, sitting like that, but oh well. There's also a bunch of weapons around here. You've got Garmadon's sort of staff-like weapon here. There's also a arrow and sort of this side piece there. And then there's also a gold sword right here that's sitting on this sort of shelf. So I really do like how they designed the shelf here with those sort of textured type bricks there. So I think that's really neat. And then of course here in the back we've got a fish tank, and that is just exposed from the back, so they didn't bother covering that up. We'll take a look at the back in a second. But if we go up here, we can see the top of the Volcano Lair, and there is another play feature here. So right here there is another gear, and when you twist that, you can fire shark minions just like in the movie. So I think this is definitely one of my favorite play features. But so yeah, I really do like that play feature. Basically it just some Technic beams that just force this out, which this is just connected by some studs. So yeah, very simple, but definitely one of my favorite play features on this set. Going back down here, you can see we've got sort of an area here, and what I actually do like is they include this sort of, let me just get it here, instruction booklet, or instruction. This unfortunately is a sticker, but oh well. It's showing how to build a missile, and you actually have all the pieces you need to build that missile here. So you can, you can take this piece and this piece here, and you can just put those together. And these are actually the missiles that are used on the Piranha Attack set, so there's a lot of references to that set in this set, so that's I think, very clever here. I've got a wrench there, a lever here to work the crane, which is right here. I guess we'll go ahead and take a look at it from the back now. So, looking at it here from the back, you can see it's not as exposed as you would think, and you're not going to be really looking at it from the back, so that's also a plus. But you can see you've got these sort of beams here, which are sort of holding up the layer, and also you can see the fish tank here from the back, and then there's a better look at that gear. So yeah, I really do like the use of these pieces. I think those work very well with this set. Yeah, so these fishes, you can sort of pose them how you want, or at least some of them. Yeah, it's just very neat, and you're not going to be really looking at the set from the back, so you don't have to worry about seeing it too much, and it honestly doesn't look all that bad either, so that's very nice. But I think that's pretty much it to the actual layer itself. I've got just other small details. You've got lava pouring down on the side, which is pretty neat. Yeah, just overall, there isn't a whole lot else to this set. So let's go ahead and take a look at the minifigures. So first up here we have Zane, and he is probably the least most interesting figure of this set because he comes in a lot of other LEGO Ninjago movie sets, and yeah, so he has his standard bow here, which you can have on or not, and here's a good look at his printing, or his torso printing there, and he also does have a quiver, which I will take off so you can see his back printing, and then there's a look at one of his faces and his alternate face, and there's that back printing. Next up here is Steve, and he is one of the GPL techs working at Garmadon's Volcano Lair, and I definitely like the look of this guy, mainly because he has that tie-dye shirt underneath the lab coat, and I really do like that. You can see there's his back printing. There isn't a whole lot there, but he does, so this is his face, and he does have an alternate expression, which I think was pretty neat, and that's sort of how that looks with that. And here's just, again, a better look at his printing. And I do like how they use dual molded legs in this set. That's what they did with the GPL tech that came in the collectible minifigure series, and I'm glad that they're keeping it consistent. Next up here is called Four Eyes, and he is one of the octopus-based characters, and he is similar to the one that's in the collectible minifigure series. However, the squid helmet that he has is in this sort of sand green color, which I think is pretty nice. So if you take that off, this is just a rubbery piece. So that's a look at his face print, and he doesn't have an alternate expression, unfortunately, but he does have back printing, and then he also has this shoulder armor here. So there's a better look at his front printing and back printing. I don't believe this printing here is exclusive at all, so really the only exclusive part about him is this sort of squid mold. This is General Number 1, and this is a really cool figure to have because he was sort of one of the funny parts of the LEGO Ninjago movie when he was fired by Lord Garmadon. So he did come in the collectible minifigure series, however that was a version of him after he was fired from the volcano. So if you do have that version, then that minifigure does go along nicely with this set. He doesn't have anything covering up his back printing, so that is nice. So here's a better look at his face print. He doesn't have an alternate expression, but that's fine. And there's a better look at that torso print. Last up here is Lord Garmadon, and this version of Garmadon is not exclusive. He's come in several of the other LEGO Ninjago movie sets, but this is just another set that he comes in. So pretty much nothing about him is new or exclusive or anything, but here's a look at his staff piece. This comes in the collectible minifigure series, and I'm sure it comes in a couple of other sets as well. You can see this is what his top torso printing looks like, very nice looking, and this is what it looks like underneath, and there's his back printing there, and there's a better look at his face expression. No alternate expression because it would sort of be showing under the helmet, but that's pretty much it here for Lord Garmadon. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at the instruction manual. So here on the front, pretty much the same stuff that is on the front of the box. Here it shows that you should open up the bags according to their number. Thing about the brick separator included in this set. And of course instructions, more instructions, and then the final product. advertisement for the LEGO Ninjago movie website, then advertisement for the second wave of LEGO Ninjago movie sets, also the advertisement for the Lloyd Spinjitzu Master Spinner, and our good old list of pieces, and that's pretty much it. So let's go ahead and move on to the end of the video. So overall, Garmadon's Volcano Lair here is a pretty great set for what it is. However, that doesn't mean it doesn't have flaws. Some things that I don't really like is the fact that this wobbles a lot here. I feel like that should have been a bit more stable, but yeah, I don't really like how that is. Although, really being honest, that's really my only complaint, and then also maybe the including Zane. I feel like they should have included Lloyd, because I feel like that would have been a better counterpart to a better hero in this set, because it would be better to have Lloyd go up against Garmadon. But, I mean, they already did that in a $50 set, which was the Green Ninja Mech Dragon. But, yeah, speaking of that, this is actually a $50 set, and when I first saw the pictures revealed for this set, I thought it was going to cost a lot more, but, and definitely I was happy to get this on my birthday. But I sort of realized why it's $50, because they actually, for the build of this set, there is a lot of large pieces used, like these pieces right here at the top, those sort of corner pieces. There's a lot of those used on that set, and then there's, of course, also these sort of pieces here, these sort of yellow sort of pieces there. So there's a lot of just large pieces used on this set, and that's probably the reason why this set is $50. However, I feel like that doesn't really take away the value of this set, and so overall I think this is a pretty good display set, and it's also a fantastic play set as well for $50. I don't know if I've seen a playset this well designed for just a $50 set. I'm sure there's probably some, but this is definitely a really great playset. I'm sure there's a lot of cool stuff that you can do. You get a lot of cool minifigures as well. I think 3 of them being exclusive as well, so that's pretty neat. But overall, I think that's pretty much all I have to say about this set, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and keep building!